Riders Republic. Y'all remember that massively multiplayer open world sports game with a crazy amount of stuff to do? Well, I'll be honest, I stopped playing 8 months ago. I felt like I hit a wall with this game. I still had plenty to do, lots of events to complete, but other than that I was bored. I'd had my fair share of the sports categories and just ended up mindlessly free roaming or doing the tricks battle to pass the time. Bearing in mind that the tricks battle was already getting stale for me. But fear not, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back for the time being. It's been just under a year since Riders Republic released as of making this video, and I kinda wanted to update you all, figure out what Ubisoft has been up to in terms of keeping this game alive. Let's go for a ride, shall we? So first things first, I actually upgraded from the PS4 to the PS5 version. It's my first time doing one of these, but nonetheless it was straightforward. A few clicks and you should be able to download the free version. You're left with 2 games, but that means your achievements don't carry over, sadly. Not all games do this though. I'm pretty sure games like Tiny Tina and Call of Duty charge you to upgrade. Lame, but anyway. I'll try to do some graphic comparisons here. I tried to make these as accurate as I could. Apologies if things look a little off or not like a direct comparison. Of course there is a visual difference, everything looks crisper on the PS5, frames are no longer an issue. To be honest though, I know how everyone jokes about the PS4 running horribly, but for the time I played Riders Republic on there, it ran pretty well. The only time the frames got really bad was during mass races. On old gen, the game could only support 32 players, but even with that reduction, the game would have major stuttering and frame drops, typically at the start of the event since everyone was grouped up there. But on PS5 now I see almost no issues, even with double the amount of players. It's not as buggy as the PS4 was, you don't have disappearing players on match ending screens, everything renders in better, and although this may be a lag issue, I found that some players didn't change sport when prompted on mass races. They'd still be in a wingsuit when they're supposed to be on a freeride bike, for example. On PS5 everything was fine with that though. And obviously, fast travelling is almost instantaneous now. On PS4 it wasn't too bad, it wasn't like GTA load times. It did take a few seconds, but it was nothing crazy. For the PS5 though, you almost don't have to wait, it literally teleports you to your desired location within a split second. That's the power of the SSD for you. Overall though, I'm happy with how it looks on PS5, turning the HUD off and free roaming is really enjoyable with the updated graphics, it's solid. Now onto the content of the game itself, what's been happening? Well, the last time I played, I think they'd released the Jumbo bike for those who have the season pass. I never purchased the season pass, I was only allowed to use this bike and the other unique sport items during mass races. Hence why I got bored of this game quickly. The tricks battle and free roaming were the only things I liked doing after completing a chunk of the story. As of making this video, there was a sale going on for Riders Republic content. The season pass was reduced down to 1,649 pennies. Now I'm joking. It is not a bad deal to be honest. Instead of buying the gear separately, which would cost you way more, you get all of the new sports items that's been available up until now, including the new skis that is yet to be released, which will most likely be the last one since it's coming up to a year now, so I said F it. I wanted to see if the season pass would be the savior I needed to get me back into playing this game, and honestly it was. Mainly because of one sport in particular, and that is the BMX bike. Already I'm biased because I'm yet to try the other sports, but the BMX has got me playing this game for hours now. I remember there being a lot of hype around this by the community before it was released. So many people were asking for this update, and Ubisoft delivered. It did take a while to locate because right after buying the season pass, the game decided to show me damn near every event associated with all the new toys I unlocked. Genuinely didn't think there were this many, then again it is Ubisoft, so it went on for a bit too long and I had to skip. But anyway, from the main hub area you'll find a fast travel point, or teleport I should say, that takes you to where the BMX events reside. It's located at the bottom of the map in the middle of the canyon lands of sorts, and this is where the career begins essentially. You'll come across Suki, the girl you meet at the start of the game, and she'll introduce you to the new BMX events. You can play a cool intro to see what it's about as it showcases you Area 52, the new BMX park, a massive area with a variety of terrain types and environments to explore. You've got warehouses littered with shipping containers, dirt parts, abandoned buildings, indoor BMX parks, plenty of ramps, pipes and bowls to mess around in. It's really cool. Suki will show you around in the intro and you're introduced to some new tricks, new in terms of the BMX itself, such as landing on surfaces using your pegs, or popping wheelies and nose manuals, which I actually had no idea about until I did this intro. This was apparently added as part of an update back in April, and you can now earn points from it. It's not a lot, since it's a simple trick though, and it builds up slowly, but a nice addition to spice up your rail grinds. The BMX events are what you'd expect really, very similar to the other sports. There's 15 in total. Not all of them take place in Area 52, some actually take place in the North Dome area or Mammoth City. I'm still rusty since I haven't played the game in a while, which made getting the secondary objectives a little challenging. However, I believe you have the opportunity to unlock a mini BMX for completing the last event without falling off, which again was new to me. I think this is the first time I've been offered a new item for completing a secondary objective, so that was cool. I've seen that bike being used by other players, so I kind of wanted to get it. It looked hilarious.
Goofy Uncle Productions. I wanna take a pic with Cardi B inside my cardigan. Niggas know I'm late, they call me Shorty, Mr. Tardy Man. I just smoke my weed and fuck these hoes, I'm not no party man. Hit the plug and check the gas and take off in a Harley, man.
Besides that, they've also added freestyle events for the BMX, which I really appreciated. You can either do a 1v1 or a free-for-all versus 6 or 7 other players, and see who can earn the most points by doing tricks. The 1v1s were a little messy, the players I was up against kept leaving halfway through. I don't know why, it was surprising because my bike was awful. I tried the free-for-all after I got myself a decent bike, which was actually from the season pass. Completely forgot I have access to this now, but I did pretty well in my first match. I was in the lead for most of it. When I got to the end, the win was in the bag, or so I thought.
Saved.
Yeah, I got smoked. Underestimated this guy here, but props to him. Anyways, the tricks battle for skis and snowboards was cool on release, but it got stale as I said earlier. Even searching for a game on that mode takes ages. Nowadays, I wait almost 10 minutes to find one match, whereas the BMX freestyle events are almost instantaneous. To be fair, this is expected. The BMX freestyle events requires less players compared to the tricks battle. It's still a fairly new sport and popular within the community. I do still play tricks battle every now and again though, and I do miss the little tether you used to get when doing tricks near players. Not sure why they removed that, but I have to be honest, the BMX update is carrying the game in my opinion. Even Area 52 is littered with players messing around in the bowls and stringing new tricks together to see how many points they can get. I literally spent an in-game day here just doing tricks on this grind rail over and over again. The BMX is growing on me and I think Ubisoft made a good move adding this. I think it's helped bring a lot of players back. Hopefully the new snow skis they add will live up to this, but yeah, a major W for Riders Republic. However, one thing I'll add before ending the video is Ubisoft, please. Your store sucks, I'm sorry. I understand you may have to spend a little money to get some of the cooler outfits. Let's be real, the best outfits are hidden behind paywalls, but the free stuff is just too repetitive. Since being gone for 8 months, all the in-game currency outfits are ones I've seen before. You know, they're recycled. Sure, they put some new ones in from time to time, which are kinda nice, but most of them are just meh. I like to have an outfit for every sport I do, but there just isn't enough variety in the store to make this possible, unless I pay real money obviously. Hey, bring in some outfits from Watch Dogs or The Division if you have to bruh, something for the broke players. I may end up buying the clothes anyway, who knows, but since I bought the season pass, there may be some decent fits I can get from there, we'll see. But yeah, it's good to be back on Riders Republic. The BMX update was a good shout from them, so I'm hopeful for future updates. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been Dre, take care and see you next time.